and welcome along and welcome back to Brompton Farm. It is late August. This is turning out to be a really busy month here on the farm. But we've had a few changes done recently. I've had this installed with our cows. It is a water pump coming from the pond just the other side here into this. Because I discovered that my little water trailer, it was taking about 10 runs with the trailer just to fill this up. So with the cows being this thirsty sort of late summer into the autumn, I wanted to make sure that they were okay for water, so we spent a little money on that. We've got a few changes around the farm actually. Let's jump over this fence. Oh, there we go. Because I've done something that I said I was going to do last time as well. We've come over here and we've removed this section of fence here. This should make this much more easy to do this field now. We've got our spring barley in here. This will be ready in the next couple of weeks, and we're going to be doing cutting this, and now we can actually get the combine into the field to get that cut. And then the other thing I've got is down here, which is going to be the first thing I want to do today. We have got a pressure washer finally, because the state of my JCB was too much. So yeah, we've used a little bit of cash, and we've just got ourselves a pressure washer so that we can clean our tractors and our equipment down. And quite a good place to put this, I think. The water should be able to escape. It would have been, yeah, we'd have had too much standing water in the yard. Admittedly, we are getting a little bit of a puddle here, but it drains away fairly easily and allows us to clean up our tractors and, well, not make them shiny and good as new, but certainly nice and clean and looking a lot better. Let's get the weight as well and just clear that off. But yeah, that should should do us fairly well. What are we going to be doing today, though, beyond a few little bits around the yard like this? Well, you can see in the distance, it's been a little while now, and our grass just does not seem to be drying out. So we're going to jump in here, hook this up to the tedder, and just go round and ted our fields today. Careful, chickens. They'll get out of the way. So, do we have a tedder here on the farm? I don't think we do. I think we actually probably need to go and get hold of one. And so, yeah, we'll go and... I'll need to go and ring the shop. Oh, no, there it is. I thought I was going to have to go and see if we could hire one at short notice. But, no, not the case. I knew I had one somewhere. There we go. So, I haven't really used this. Again, I think this is one we got from the sale, which is quite good. Lift her up. And, yeah, I don't think we have any cables to connect, do we? No. It is all just run via the PTO. So we're going to head out and head round. It's still a little bit annoying that to access most of our farm, we have to go out the main gate here and around. But yeah, it is what it is, and it is what we have to do. We've got another contract for Crossfields that's come up. They have a field of canola they need to harvest in the near future. So we're going to be helping them out with that. It's really a case of at the moment we're sort of waiting for our own crop to be ready and to finish. And as soon as that does, we'll have them up here helping us with that. In the meantime, you know, we're just getting on with our farm, basically trying to sort our own stuff out and get this going. I'm a little bit worried we're gonna get rain in a little while. I mean, we're good for the forecast at the moment, but I am worried about how well this is drying out. This is why we're tedding this and trying to get this so that it might dry out a little more easily. Because yeah, if we don't, it's going to be fairly catastrophic for us to lose all this hay. If it looks like we're getting too close, I'll have to get it all collected up and get it into the BGA and silage it. But it's yeah, it's not looking great at the moment with this. It is taking quite a while for this grass to dry out. And so yeah, hoping this tedding is going to help it along a bit, and that we might actually get some hay out of this well in time for us to get it all baled up and sorted. One good thing about having a nice clean tractor is that when it's dirty, there's sort of this grimy, dusty, earthy smell that you get around it. And the trouble with it is that it's not so much that the smell is bad, it's that it gives you a bit of a dry throat, a bit of a dry feeling in your mouth. And yeah, having a tractor that isn't covered in sort of dust and dirt, much better. I feel like I'm breathing easier in here, and it's a really nice place to be again. Not that, you know, it hasn't been a nice place to be. It's just good to have a clean tractor. It's very nice to have a clean tractor, even if it is missing a little bit of paint. It's still running well. We're still getting good work out of this JCB, and it was a really great choice for the farm. We're looking after it carefully, and making sure it works. We're not using the little Massies so much at the moment. That tends to be a tractor that I use for doing stuff at the PGA and doing smaller stuff with. This is very much our workhorse on the farm, this JCB. And yeah, I think I'd have another one. I think I'd have a more modern one. It's just running massively nicely. And what I really like, I mean, just look at that visibility out the back of this tractor. I haven't seen anything or driven anything that has the kind of visibility that I'm getting off this. It's just a really easy tractor to see everything you're doing, and all the work that you've got going on, and as a result just works wonders as a tractor to do grass work and mowing and carting and everything with. I mean, the height of the cabin is really good for seeing over the top. For our trailer when we're carting, we're getting a really good view of where the grain is going in and how well we're handling all of that side of things. And it's just yeah, just a really great tractor for this kind of job, and I'm loving it for that. The width on this tedder works really well as well. It's pulling in 2 rows of our mown grass, and actually it's showing me very much the advantage of getting a front mower to go with our rear mower would do. I'm still not sure about that American trailed mower. It is a little bit of an oddity. It was kind of all that was available at that farm sale. But yeah, I have no idea where that came from. Is it right for this farm? I don't know. It's doing the job okay. Do we want to get a pair of front mowers and a rear side mower? Might be a good idea. Might work fairly well for the farm. Certainly would speed up this kind of job. I mean, we are doing, because we're doing 2 rows at a time here, we're doing this in half the time, and as a result, we're actually yeah, zooming through it and getting it done really well and really quickly. I hope this is going to have the desired effect. I don't quite know why our grass hasn't dried in the time that we've had, but we are going to, with any luck, get a nice dry set of hay off this a little bit quicker by doing this. Certainly, I think at the way that my samples have been going on this, we were looking at possibly as much as another month before we'd be able to get this rode up and baled, which was just way too long to have this sitting here. It would, I worry it would start rotting in the fields first, especially if it got any rain on it in that time, and it's just way too unpredictable up to the end of September to be waiting that long for our hay to dry. So yeah, it makes much more sense to give this a TED now, hopefully give it a boost maybe half the time it's going to take to dry out. And yeah, with any luck, we'll have this done before. Well, I'm really still hoping that we can have this done before we're harvesting our spring barley. But we'll have to see what happens, because yeah, this whole process is taking way longer than I was expecting. Coming to the triangle at the end of the field, and this is, yeah, where this whole job gets that little bit more fiddly, as we just try and get these last few rows. But yeah, it's taken us a lot less time to do this than it did to cut this field in the first place. There we go. And up. Oh, and up. Don't think we got that. I don't think we actually lowered then. Let's try that again. And lower it. Yeah, that does not look tethered. There we go. That's better. This is the thing. This is the nice thing about being able to see so much. Is the fact that we can actually tell things like that. And then here. There we go. And then we just got that little bit in the middle left to do. We should probably get at a slightly different angle. Up. There we go. Round. And in. Yeah. And then one last little bit. Pick it up. And done. Right, so that's one of our 2 fields done. And done pretty successfully. Very pleased with that. Let's turn this off. And fold it up, because we want to head out this way. And yeah, I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that this is going to have the positive effect, I think. Well, we need it to, because as I said, yeah, I can't have it sitting out here as long as it was looking like it was going to be. It would just, well, we just wouldn't end up getting any hay off the fields, because it would rain and start rotting before it dried. And yeah, we don't need that. Let's close this. It's weird considering the amount of sunshine and warmth that we've had this month that it hasn't. But yeah, it hasn't. So right, I'm going to start this at this corner here. You can see our field of barley here is doing quite well. This is our larger field. And yeah, that's going to be ready around the same time that our other field is. And so we're going to get them in here, and they're going to do here. I don't know if it'll be Alan or his daughter who will be combining here, but we'll see when they come round. I kind of think it depends on who's free. I mean, they are running a fairly busy dairy. I will have to pay them something for helping with the harvest. There we go. All in all, though, that should go down fairly well. And this tedding is going fairly well, to be honest. I'm pleased. This is working well on both these fields. The tedder is making a short work of this field again, and yeah, we're getting towards that fiddly middle section of the field, but we are tedding rather nicely. We're getting through here. The sun has been shining all day. It's been a great work for being out here and working on these grass fields, and I'm kind of enjoying this. Now, this hay that we're creating here, and the importance of this hay that we're creating here is because this is the winter feed for the cows. The cows at the moment are quite happy eating the grass in their field. It's keeping them going most of the summer, and they're just munching away and eating the grass in their field. Yeah, we want this hay though to supplement that a little bit, as we get towards the end of the year and they eat more and more of their field, it will get there'll be less and less feed available for them from it. So yeah, we want to make sure that they are happy and healthy and doing well from their feed. So yeah, we've got we want to supplement the grass with a bit of hay should we find that the grass in the field is running a little bit low. And then yeah, come the winter months, we want to mix this in with some silage, which we will be creating from our late autumn cut. And then when we mix that in, what we'll be able to do is create some total mixed ration, which will be especially important for the cows going into the springtime and hopefully the birth of our first calves on the farm would be very good. Still raised. Let's get this back. Yeah, so hopefully we're going to see the birth of our first calves come the springtime, and we want to make sure that the cows are as healthy as possible going into that time of year, and we should get the best milk out as a result, yeah, and make some decent money from the dairy side of the farm, as well as having made hopefully a decent amount from the arable side of the farm by that point as well, because our first crop sales will come in over the winter months as well. There we go. All in all, we're doing fairly well on the farm at the moment. It's coming up trumps for us. We're just in a really, really good way. And as you can see, we've almost finished this field now as well. I'm not following the lines of the cut anymore because it just gets so fiddly in these last few bits. I mean, it's just circles upon circles, and that will do our that won't do our tether much good if I'm just doing tight circles. It will get a bit much for the PTO, so we'll just run it across these last few strips in the middle of this field, and that will then be this job done and dusted. Our chickens are doing well as well. We used a little bit of the wheat that we got from the dairy to sort them out. There we go, and fold that up. I think that's got the whole field. So yeah, this should dry up. This should dry now, hopefully, and we'll get some hay off it. But yeah, chickens are doing well. They're producing eggs well. As I said last time, we're going to look at getting some custom cartons from a designer, well, a box making company in town that designed some custom egg transporting cartons for us, which should make things easier. So we're going to go and check those out in the next few weeks. All in all, I think things are moving along nicely around here on the farm. We're in a good place. Yeah, the place I want to put a roadway through. I've mentioned this a couple of vlogs before. I think we could put a roadway through down here somewhere. I need to get somebody to... the reason why I've not done it yet, I'd like to put a gate in down there, and we might need to remove a tree. So that might be a winter piece of work to get that done. But it would save us this big round trip out here onto what... Yeah, it is the main road that we come out here onto, but this little bit that comes off here, this is not so much from here-ish. It's actually a private road for the farm. So yeah, we could do with having it so that we don't have to go out even onto that little bit of main road would be good. There we go. We're going to park this over here because, well, our tether actually isn't that dirty, but we'll finish this off with giving it a wash down, seeing as we're not going to be using it for a while anyway. This might be the only time we use this year, actually, to be honest. And we'll just look how quickly the tractor gets dirty. So we'll just throw some, just give the tractor a quick wash down. Basically, I want to come in after each job now and wash down my equipment. because, well, just look at the state of some of it. That Glass Quantum is dirty. The trailer's dirty. You look at... Oh, we'll go put this down the far end, I think. Our mower's dirty. Our windrower's dirty. It's all in need. Just clipped it on the... Dang it. It's all gonna need a good wash. There we go. Let's just check we haven't bent anything. No, that looks okay. I think it looked worse than it was. So there we go. That is yeah, that is where I'm gonna leave it for this vlog, I think. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.